Hey, welcome back. Look at us.
Yay! We're back.
What's our interval? What's it been?
It's good 2 weeks.
Okay.
Two and a half. Yeah.
Still feels like we're flying at Mach speed here.
Compared to
what we were doing with like once every couple of months.
Yeah, because I mean, considering we've been doing this for over a year now.
Oh wow, we've been doing it for over a year.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday to us.
Yeah.
Why did we miss?
We need a cake.
Well, it was like August. I think mid or end of August.
We should have done something.
Our next podcast, we should have a cake shaped like the little mic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get that out of our show budget.
Yeah.
I know.
If we have one.
We have to see, what the petty cash balance is.
Yes, that cash is so petty.
Hey, speaking of petty, what's going on?
Oh, you're talking about
In your petty lives. I don't know.
well, we are kind of being empty nesters right now.
Same.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
I use that term for a lot of things. How are you using it?
What
Interesting.
In a good way.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we like each other, so it's a
Right.
good time. But otherwise, things are good.
You're talking about you and your wife, or
Yes.
okay? I just didn't know who you were empty nesting with. I just didn't
No,
know if it was you or Kyle or
Yeah.
how's Kyle doing these?
How is? Let's have a check-in on the
checking
neighbor.
on Kyle.
Yeah. How are those holes? going?
He's digging more,
Nice.
a lot more. He's gone. It's peak Kyle season. It's
Listener, if you're just now tuning in, which you're not, but if you are, Kyle is Jason's next
Hey,
door
there's a
neighbor.
few that listen to this.
Yeah.
Well, for those that aren't, for the Tracys out there,
Tracy's and Lisa's.
yeah, Tracy's and Lisa's. Yeah, it's Jason's next door neighbor who is batshit crazy by
Yeah,
all accounts.
100%.
And we think he grew up locked in a room, forced to watch the movie Holes repeatedly because the man
Exactly.
digs shit in his yard
Yeah.
all the time. It makes no sense.
Yes, continuously.
So I thought about something on the flight from Vegas back here was you should just like buy a bunch of AirPods
And
or AirPod trackers.
Oh, AirTags?
AirTags.
Yeah.
And just bury him in his yard at night. Because he'll be out in his yard and be like, hey, somebody's tracking me. That's just going to... that is going to freak him out.
that's really good.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
Then you could
idea.
he can dig way more holes.
And I need to see the video of you just randomly selecting, looking through your glass as he's walking around, so you're making him chirp.
Yeah.
I'm getting very excited.
I know.
I'd
gotta have your
like to
Wi-Fi.
make the motion that we take that petty cash and
I would.
instead of buying the cake, we invest in the
I am all
AirTag.
about
I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah.
I mean, because I just thought it'd be so much fun for you and the family.
Well, the problem is that
Be like whack-a-mole. Sort
we
of.
found out that he is not employed. He is at home.
Surprise.
I know. Well, yeah, he's home all the time. So the chance for me to get out there and actually bury something is pretty limited because he is around all the time.
Have you tried setting a Wi-Fi to like secret CIA van,
Yeah.
FBI truck?
That's what you should do. Yeah. Like,
Herpes.
Yeah.
Just throwing out
It's
options.
catchy.
It's catchy.
But yeah, he's just full. We did think last night, so we did hear this. So routinely, he'll come out at night after 9 o'clock, and we'll be on our back deck just hanging out, and he'll start doing something, whatever it is. It's dark. It's either digging, blowing, or weeding.
Whoa. You mean like leaf blowing? Right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have a job, so he's some kind of supplemental income.
Yeah,
but he's doing one of those things.
Tastes like syrup.
Oh my God, you went back down the hole for the blower?
Anymore? You want to keep going?
Listener, we're going to pause here. Continue.
And so he also has his holes that he routinely goes back to.
holes.
His holes that he goes back to. And he, like when you're a kid and you get a hold of the water hose and you just aim it at the ground to make mud.
Yeah.
He does that.
With childlike wonderment.
Glee. Wow. Yeah. So he just does that. Just will spray a hole. And so last
You're
night,
just giving him all.
I know. I just toss him.
No, I just can't imagine a grown man doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. And, well, he's a man child.
Yeah,
But so we were hearing that the noise that water makes when it's hitting dirt and mud. And then we hear the door open and we hear his wife come out. Be sure to water all your holes. Or water all your mud holes. And he goes, okay, have a good night. So they have a
That's
wonderful
the
relationship.
extent of their relationship.
Yeah. So that happened the other night. And then last night, she, like the whole day, she wasn't home. And then 4 cars showed up at his place and we just were there for several hours. And I don't think she ever came home. So we were hoping that it was an intervention last
I was getting ready to say that was the first word come to mind.
Yeah.
4 cars. In.
Yeah.
And all day today, I didn't see her pull up. So I don't know. And the kids were not present either. So
Either that or he has like a little like mud hole society.
his mud hole group.
Long group. Long club.
Yeah.
God
So
bless it.
yeah. So the saga continues, and we'll. Oh, and he's got some piece of appliance that's on his back patio that's been there for several weeks too. So
What kind? What kind?
I think maybe a wine fridge or a beer
Nice.
fridge or something that's just been sitting there.
There's a couch out there now too. Or
No, but there's a ton of other stuff. So I mean, he's really rednecking the place.
God,
out.
don't you just love that?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Good times.
yeah. So that's my story with Kyle. Any other things you guys want to catch up on?
What have you guys been watching?
I will say before you get to the consuming side, I have to give you props for reminding me about Florida Flea and World Fest.
Oh,
that
did
I
you go?
have not been able to catch World Fest.
Did you
And,
go?
Yeah.
Oh, how was it?
It was great. Thankfully, I thought there was maybe a little too much of a...
World?
Yeah, it was like all this foreign ass bullshit.
So much maize.
All these shithole countries.
No, I saw a few interesting fatigue outfits on some law enforcement officials that I thought felt a little odd, but
A little aggressive.
yeah, but it wasn't a huge presence. There weren't a large number in the head count I did. And more importantly, it was so populated. And that was one of the fears I had was like,
Yeah.
oh, is this going to be a light turnout because of the world we're in today? But no, it was
That's good.
great. Good food, great time.
Great weather, too.
Tons of it. Oh, it was gorgeous
Yeah,
weekend.
perfect.
And I feel like
beautiful.
I've just always been out of town, when that's happened
Yeah.
on a production or something. So it was nice to, and that and Florida Flea happening at the same time.
Yeah, we did
It's kinda nice.
one of the flea market things, and we did like Logan Street Market. We went there for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it was great.
Just I'm really enjoying. I know that people with fall allergies are getting ready to hit a fun time, in the Ohio River Valley. But fall is beautiful, and
Oh God.
the evenings have got
I wish
cool.
I
so
wish we
it's-
had the
it's
weather
here.
we've had this past weekend for this next weekend, which is Bourbon and Beyond coming up.
Yeah.
Which we're only going to go Saturday. Are you going at all?
No.
No. And you're not
I
going.
might go Thursday. Is it my buddy's coming in? I think he gets in tonight. Is it Thursday or Friday when it starts?
Thursday.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he bringing his RV again?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So looking forward to that.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Well,
Yeah, and then we were talking about, can we jump on consuming? Have you seen Friendship?
Love it. Love it. My son is a huge fan
Tim
of
Robinson?
his. Yes.
what
And
service is that on?
It's on HBO Max.
HBO
now.
Max.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Or just
he and
HBO.
Paul Rudd.
Oh, great.
Detroiters.
I think you should leave.
His own show. I think you should. I mean, just what we've talked about that's been done with what's the guy in the rehearsal and
Yeah, Nathan.
what Nathan has done with this new sort of gap he's forced open as a sort of specific niche genre. This guy has his
He
own version
jumps
and
way into it.
brings it to art form. So good.
And uncomfortable.
Oh, but just to be able to hold that moment and just hold it, where others would be like, "Yep, now it's time to bail." No, we're not. But we're gonna hold it, and guess what? I even have. Oh, look at that next step! Like, oh my god!
I mean, it's not like a fantastic movie
No, it's done in a very tempered, subtle way, but it's
because it wasn't written to be a comedy. Like at
no.
all.
I think that reveals itself. Yeah. On the page, reading it, I would love to have been in that workshop
Yeah.
scenario. Like, fuck, what? Wait a minute.
When does
How
this
am I
get funny?
reading this? No, you're in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
you
call.
should check it out.
I will.
Yeah. If you like any of his work, he's an interesting guy. Like if you go back and look at his resume, like when he wrote on SNL,
Yeah.
like some of the most bizarre sketches were some of his. He just has a very weird take on things, and to pair him up with Paul
I
Rudd,
love uncomfortable comedy.
yeah, And
And there's a great viral clip that's gone around, and I forget if it's off of his new series. I think it's based on the new series that he's got coming out. But the scene is nothing more than a throwaway scene of guys sitting around in the office. And one of them, he grabs a donut. He's like, I want to see if I can fit this all in my mouth. And the guy's like, that's what your mom said last night. and there's the joke. But then what he does is immediately like, what? He picks up the phone and calls, and then you find out he's talking to his dad to tell him that mom has been spotted after all these years. But his dad, again, you're only hearing a one-way conversation, but what he conveys and, sir, yes, sir, affirmative, sir. Like, now you get a whole background on who's on the other end of, it's just beautifully done.
And so sad.
Oh, horribly sad.
It's just such a
horribly,
sad character.
horribly sad.
He has a new show coming out. Comes out in October. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's a series. And
Is it the one where they're like inherit some sort of family business that they continue or something?
Maybe. You have to look into it.
I could read something about that.
One last thing before we move on. We talk about conspiracy theories. Have you read any of this new? Was it Sam Altman from OpenAI?
Yeah.
Right.
He is now believing that we are in the phase of the dead internet theory.
Which is what?
That most of the internet that we're seeing now is just recycled stuff.
Oh yeah,
AI.
Because it's great from AI.
Yeah, we're jumping around subjects pretty quick, but I just read that today, and I was like, oh,
There's so much.
Meaning the majority of content is artificially created and
It's just bots
spitting out.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think it was something to be concerned about that quick, but he's
it's
everything's
all
exponential.
happening. It's all happening so fast.
Yeah,
it's all happening so fast. When you hear these experts talk about, there's going to be AGI within the next 6 months.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
and so it's you look at that. You look at the economy. You look at it's just going to have a huge impact on every person's lives. And I just don't see where there's going to be so many jobs lost.
Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah.
And I've been playing with a little bit of some of the new AI stuff. Nano Banana. Have you played with that much?
I've been playing with all of it.
It's crazy. Just in the we've been doing this for a year.
Yeah, Nano Banana is basically you can almost get rid of Photoshop now. If it had layers.
Absolutely.
It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy.
No layers yet though.
Yeah, but you basically you can have an object of a phone. You can find a person that you like as a model. You can find clothing that you like, and you can say
put it together.
Yeah. And it's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it's,
and dictate and direct it, tell it what position you want the person in. You can draw a sketch
that's
of the
Jason's
person.
favorite part. Yeah.
It's the directed person, just like my porn day.
Slower, slower, wetter. It works off prompts. Come on.
But it's crazy how fast it's all going.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys saw if you have a Ultimate subscription. I think it's the Ultimate AI subscription on Google.
Gemini.
You get all the VO3 stuff for free now. So you can have unlimited generations on VO3 fast stuff, which is just phenomenal.
It's crazy. But you guys stay on top of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's every day.
Creative. And speaking of creative, I think we have a pretty creative person with us today.
We do indeed. One that Jamie evidently is afraid to introduce.
I am. We've touched each other in the wrong ways before, but he's a good friend.
Hearts. You touch each other's hearts.
Yes.
How is that wrong?
When it feels so right.
I know.
If loving Ben is wrong, I don't want to be a right.
Well, here's the thing: is nobody really likes their editor. So us editors our editors really have to take care of ourselves.
Speaking of, a proper introduction. Ben is a show business veteran. In front of the camera, behind the camera. I think I counted 42 legitimate credits to your edit portfolio.
It's probably more.
Probably.
Yeah.
But mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
Music been a huge part of your life. Are you a Louisville native?
Yes, sir.
You are a Louisville native.
Yeah.
And then how many years abroad before returning to Louisville?
20.
Oh, wow.
Spent East and West Coast or primary?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Both. Yeah. I mean, do you want me to elaborate? Or?
Yeah, I do. Bring it in.
I'm still going back to the holes in the backyard.
We all are.
I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I live next door to it, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Listen,
Ask all the
this
questions.
guy has got
There's
some
issues.
kind of thing, like maybe it's more like a criminal enterprise. Maybe he's burying things for somebody in those four people.
You know
who
what it
pulled up.
reminds me of? You remember the great Tom Waits song, What's He Building in There?
Yes.
That's what I think of whenever, if you haven't heard this track, it's What's He Building in There? It's just this beautiful Tom Waits gravel.
That just is playing in my head.
But it's repetitive through the track of whatever it is, 3-some minutes long. It's just about a man looking through a window at his neighbor, wondering, what the fuck is he doing?
That's my life.
That's
It's intriguing. I mean, I definitely have put together an entire story.
narrative.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
because those 4 cars pulled up, and they're like, "Are you burying the stuff?"
They're there to
You know,
confirm.
they're like, they're going to confirm or deny that the stuff's being buried. He's
'Cause he's not
lying
real
to his
dependable.
wife. His wife thinks he's being silly.
Yeah.
You know, oh, go play with your muddy holes. It's like, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm burying stuff. I'm just saying, so it's something.
Could be. He could be like sawing the body parts.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
your nose, uranium rods.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
I mean, I would believe any of that if I didn't know him, and he's an idiot.
How do you know? Maybe that's just an act.
Oh, he's an excellent actor then.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe. I mean, Academy Award winning. I mean,
Well, having said all that, though, please welcome Ben Daughtrey.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love that you have so many questions about my
Idiot.
He's like, yeah, we'll get to all that. Back to the holes.
You will have to show him the night of the lawnmower incident, though.
Oh yeah.
God, sounds like a name of a movie. Night of the Lawnmower Incident, Part 2. A new
Kyle the
beginning.
neighbor
Yeah.
story.
Exactly.
Wow. What Stephen King couldn't finish.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
So what? This funny question. What changed in Louisville the time you were gone for,
For the better,
or just changed like you know?
it's a lot more cosmopolitan, I'd say, than it was when I left. The waterfront, so much better. There's so much more diversity. You know, growing up in Louisville, there was no food culture here at all. And now it's a big foodie. You can get anything you want. There's even a Szechuan restaurant, which was the only thing I missed about LA, out in the South End now in Preston. So I don't need to go back to LA ever again. I got everything I need right here.
Well, we've talked about it before. The per capita of mom and pop restaurants versus chains is just
The best.
amazing.
It's yeah. It's
Well,
amazing.
and that's the thing. Like in LA, there was this writer, Jonathan Gold, and he, it's a really funny story. He won the Pulitzer Prize for food writing because he decided that he would go from one end of Pico to the other, eating in every mom and pop restaurant. And he would go high-low. He would eat at 4-star white tablecloth restaurants and a mom and pop taco place, and they were all the same to him.
Nice.
And LA's the best town for that ever. The best food, the cheapest food.
Sure.
And so Louisville's becoming that way too.
Yep.
And like out, especially around Butyl and stuff, where like there's a Himalayan place.
Yeah.
Like it's just great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But I do have allergies.
I
And that's been a problem.
Yeah.
Spring and fall?
Yeah, the funk. I never had a sinus infection in my life. And this is turning out to be a pretty interesting conversation.
No. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Talk about a
This
dumpster
episode
fire.
brought to you by WebMD. WebMD.
I just remember when you
and Claritin.
when you first started, when you first started renting space from us, you know, you'd moved and you had some land and stuff, and
Yeah.
and you came in one day and you were like, "Does this look like poison ivy?" And I'm like, "Whoa, yeah,
That's poison.
it's like wow.
and or herpes.
yeah."
Yeah. But I got a sinus infection. I went to the doctor and he's like, "Oh, that's the Louisville funk." And I was like, "Oh yeah, even the doctor calls it funk.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
air here. It's bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's no getting around it. I don't know. When I lived here as a kid, also, I remember complaining endlessly about the heat at some point, and I was just like, guys, we're getting into it. I'm sick of complaining. Let's just embrace the humidity. Take your clothes off, get in the bathtub full of ice. This is what's happening." And that's where I am. I just, it is what it is.
Can't beat 'em
Love it or
going.
leave it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I'm stuffing, I'm staying.
Yep.
Now, to my shame, I now live in New Albany. I possess Hoosiers. I have an Indiana driver's license.
How was that? Traumatic?
Well, I'll say
Easier
this.
than you thought?
It's traumatic because it made me realize how horribly run Kentucky is as a state. Like Indiana is super efficient.
Really?
There's not as much graft. Like every taxes are lower. You go to the BMV, not the DMV. You're in and out in like 5 minutes.
What's the B stand for?
Department of Motor Vehicles. They have, and then Bureau of Motor Vehicles. So like, it's like Mayberry over there.
Nice.
Like you go, like I had to do some house paperwork, and the lady's pulling the cobwebs off the thing. Okay, honey, here you go, sign it. And you're out in 30 seconds.
That's
I
the
think
way
it's just because New Albany is a small town.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the way it used to be in Kentucky, actually.
Yeah, but Kentucky has like, it's almost like
it's
New
terrible.
Orleans, man.
It's
I mean, it's
terrible
just graft and thievery and like people profiting off the elementary schools and the roads.
New Albany's really has some.
It's in a renaissance.
Yeah, there's some great things going on there with food and
But every time you cross the bridge, it feels like you've gone back to the 70s.
Yeah.
Like culturally,
Oh, interesting.
it's weird. Like I'm not that cool, and I feel like I'm the coolest person in town.
well, you are cool, dude. I mean,
No, I'm not.
Come on, man.
No, I'm not.
Oh man, shit! How many rock bands have you been in?
So yeah, this is a great segue. This is a great segue. We got.
Can we talk about my allergies?
We have a lot of ground to cover.
That's what people tune in for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to Allergy Talk.
Before we leave allergies, are you spring or fall or spring and fall?
All of it, year
of it,
round. Year round. Yeah. Something I'm pretty proud of.
What's funny during COVID, especially when we pulled a lot of people in from around the country to hit the studio with us for weeks at a time, more times than not, somebody would leave like, oh, it's got a sinus. I never get a sinus infection. Like,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Also, it's COVID.
Also,
exactly.
it's COVID. In addition.
And there's one guy we work with that's always complaining about his sinuses and stuff, but it's like, dude, it might be the fucking 10 lines of cocaine you're putting in that nose. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like cocaine is like the Vicks, though, of street drugs, right? It clears your sinuses right out.
Opens you right up.
One of my favorite descriptions about cocaine is I don't like cocaine. I just love the way it smells.
Yeah.
See my hand raising? This is video. Yeah. Wonderful.
Well, let's hit some of the other landscape because you've got a lot of stuff I want to talk about that's more current. But before we do that, we've got to take a trip down memory lane.
Okay.
The first time you had an allergy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, are we talking middle school?
Try to stay on track.
So I'm not from Louisville.
You're not.
No, from Glasgow, Kentucky. This is a Murray kid.
Glasgow.
You know Glasgow?
The haunted house, man.
Oh yeah.
It's up there. Yeah, I've been in Bowling Green a lot lately. But let's don't keep going off the rails here. All right.
So
Glasgow, Cave City.
I spent, I did undergrad at UK, had one of my best friends who I got to know really well at UK. Later, we were roommates in New York and spent the 90s. He lived there well beyond that, but I spent the 90s there in Manhattan. And I will never forget the first time there were some folks from Louisville, friends of his, that came up to sleep on our floor in our apartment because they were in town to catch a band called Love Jones. And I'd never heard of Love Jones. I got turned on to Here's to the Losers, and holy shit. There's something about the right place at the right time, and that became part of the soundscape of my time in the 90s. And we would see you guys at Wetlands.
That was a good show.
It was a great fucking show.
I threw up on the stage that night.
It was a great fucking show.
Allergies.
And I will tell
Not
you,
allergies. And I was
there was a lot
allergic
of
to
consumption.
alcohol.
Yeah, there was a lot of consumption.
Yeah, there was.
But I will tell you, so just stream of consciousness, a moment that sticks out in my mind, aside from being introduced to the music, because it's such special music that blends so many textures and fibers, and it's just it's a lot, and it's complete, and it's unlike anything people had heard before, right? Randomly, I think it was referred to as like Cocktail Nation genre at some point.
We got thrown into all that.
But that was so limiting because you were so much more than that.
Thank you.
But my memory at Wetlands, and this sort of summed up how all of a sudden I felt like my soul was being spoken to. Jonathan's off to the side. I forget what song was being sung, but that motherfucker, without skipping a beat, has a pair of reading glasses on,
Yeah.
and takes a pair off while he's singing, and you realize he just put another pair on that came from the other pocket. And I shit you not, of course, we were all imbibing and in our flow. And in that moment, I thought, holy shit, these guys aren't just good. They're fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
This is fucking hilarious. I mean, that touched on so many. That was Steve Martin. I mean, there was so much rolled up in that moment of just seeing you guys and your disposition, how you interacted with each other, your lyrics. I'm just going to sit like this now.
Well, I'll tell you a couple of funny things about
Fangirling
that
great show.
Two things. That show, I don't remember much about Love
I
Jones
understand.
at all.
Yeah.
But I do remember that night well because I was really nervous that nobody was going to show up. And we were drinking all day long. And I'm like, nobody's going to come. This fucking everybody hates our band. Nobody's going to show up. And we get out the way, and there's a line around the block.
Dude, that place.
There's like, 4,000 people there or whatever. And I was so nervous. We started singing, and I turned around and vomited on the stage. But here's the funny thing so Jonathan, the greatest thing about that band was it was like somebody gave me a microphone. So now you're going to get it. I can say any fucking thing I want to, and nobody's going to stop me.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
But Jonathan was always like, people don't want all that comedy. They want to hear the music. I'm like, Jonathan, no, that's the whole thing is like, this freedom to be ourselves. Do you know about the night we got signed? I don't tell this story often, but
bring it on.
Tool was a good friend of ours, the band Tool in LA. So we were hanging out a lot together and they were like, we're going to play the Scientology Center. I was like, the Celebrity Center? And they're like, yeah, will you guys want to open for us?
Oh, please say yes.
And I said, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So we get up there, packed. And Jonathan starts off, he goes, now I understand what science is, but will somebody explain to me what the fucktology is all about?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And so then I start saying, like, what, do you guys feel that? And I'm like, I think that's L. Ron Hubbard. I think it's in my underpants or whatever. Anyway, two guys come out from the side, pick me up. And I literally drop the mic on the stage. The place goes fucking nuts. And they pulled us off. They pulled our amps. They pulled everything off the stage, kicked us. And the guy's like, I wish I was joking. The guy's like, you don't understand what you're messing with. He goes, we have very powerful people in powerful places. You will never. And this is why I think I've ended up on this podcast. He goes, you will never make it in this town. And I'm drunk as fuck. I'm like, I'm like in the parking lot. Ah. Anyway, this guy comes up to me, a short little Italian American guy, and he goes, I'm a Lou Molly. I'm with BMG Records. We're going to make a fucking record with you guys.
And that's how that happened.
And that's how it happened. And Tool and us both got signed at the same time.
No
wow,
shit.
that's
awesome. And they play on our record. They play a cover of our song. God, what do they call themselves? Like Queen Mother or something.
Oh, a fake name.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is. But basically, I produced the video for Sober for them because we were on the same label.
Yeah.
So we go way back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they did a little bit better than us. We went to go see him in Cincinnati a couple of years ago, and I was like, what the fuck? Like 12 trucks, 3 buses, they're like Pink Floyd.
Grown a little bit.
Yeah, grown a little bit since we knew it.
Well, and so Love Jones obviously took on a cult following. I mean, you guys, it's almost come full circle because, what was it, a few years ago then when you guys took all of these media hits because Fallon.
Yep.
All of a sudden it became apparent like, oh shit, Jimmy Fallon's a fan.
Well, it was a weird story. I didn't believe it at first. His wife called us and she's like, listen, Jimmy is your biggest fan. Could you record Happy Birthday for him? And I want to give it to him for his birthday.
Did you ever figure out how he was a fan?
Yes, I'll tell you. I'll get to that. So he said, I was like, we'll do better than that. We'll write a song for his birthday. So we essentially sang his Wikipedia page.
Which I saw. You did that down at the waterfront.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yes.
And we said that, and then his wife's like, we're getting you on the show. And I'm like, bullshit. Like, we're not getting, and Barry's like, I'm serious. They're serious about it. I'm like, no, they're not. They could have Justin Timberlake, or they could have a band from 30 years ago that nobody knows about. I'm sure they're not going to have us on the show. And then like 2 weeks later, they're like, you're going in, I'm like, bullshit. We didn't have a record. We didn't have anything to shill. We went on, get to New York. He comes up. He runs up during sound check, and he's like, "Oh my God, I love you guys."
So this was genuine, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Are you gonna play Ohio River?" And we're like, "No." And he goes, "Can you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, we're gonna do 2 songs tonight instead of 1. Yeah. Is that cool? And I'll sing with you." We're like, "Great." So we get backstage, and we don't have any business being there. I love things like this. Like our entire career, we tried so hard to make things like this happen.
And then when we didn't give a shit anymore.
This is when it happens.
Yep.
This is a good life lesson.
Yeah.
So we're backstage, Brian Cranston's like, "Bring a leg out there, kid." Like, let's go. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Right on, Walter. Yeah. Weird, right? Yeah. So, and they built a set that recreated our first album cover.
I mean,
it was just absurd. But Jimmy comes up to me and he goes, "Listen," he goes, "I know every song you've ever done." He goes, "Just name it and I'll sing it." And he did it. I was like, wow, this is a trip.
The cooler's loaded up with beer. I think that is perfectly clear.
So that happened, and then it was over, and then back to normal life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, because we didn't have a record. We didn't have anything
There was
going on.
nothing you were promoting. And
No, we're a mess.
But you guys are working on a record.
Yeah, and speaking of, we'll cover it before we're done. Yeah, because you currently got a Kickstarter fund going, right?
I have nothing to do with that.
Understood. Your disclaimer's taken.
Here's where I'm at.
Is there another body of work waiting
Yeah,
to
it's
be?
great. We recorded.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Good.
We got John Alasia, who's a Louisville native.
Yeah. You just made that word up, so it's good.
We could have rolled
nice.
with it.
He's a guy from Louisville. He produced John Mayer, Room for Squares.
Okay.
Dave Matthews Band, Willie Nelson, Lucas Wilson. He does really big stuff. We ended up hitting it off, and he's like, "I want to help you guys with your new record." So we ended up recording a bunch of stuff. It's really cool. It's totally different for us. I ended up playing bass and guitar on a bunch
Oh, nice.
and keyboards.
Where'd you guys record at?
Well, we recorded here at La La Land and in Barry's warehouse at Fleur de Flea, you mentioned. And then also we went to LA. This is a great story. He records at the Village Recorders, which is a storied LA recording studio. We're like, Asia was recorded.
Oh, nice.
Lady Gaga, The Chronic. So we get in there. Once again, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing in there? And he's like, "You're going to be in the big room today. We're going to get this." And so I sit down on the couch, and there's a microphone on the couch. And I'm like, "Why is there a microphone on the couch?" They're like, "Oh, that's Kendrick Lamar's. He's going to use that tonight after the show. And don't drink his, champagne back there."
Stay out of Kendrick champagne.
No problem.
Weirdest stuff where but I was like, once again, I'm so insecure. I'm just like, I have no right to be here. What am I doing? And then I finally just got into it and had fun. But the problem is, I can be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
The band is a mess. Yeah. And we've been trying to put up this record for a long time. And I basically am like, guys, you do it. Like, I like making art. I'm not a salesman. So you guys, if you can get this thing out there, do it.
Good for you.
But it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Same with the films I've been making. Nothing. I seem to be a bad luck charm for my own work lately. So I've just been kind of taking a back seat, and letting things go.
Well, and that brings up a pretty decent segue. Yeah. We always talk about Jason, especially with a lot of the video editing he does for a lot of live production and the work that we do together. The old saying of the first one's for you. You cut the first one for yourself, make yourself happy, because God knows what client's going to do with it. It's out of your control at that point. But I mean, in a similar way, it sounds like you truly enjoyed and had joy from the process of being in the studio, making the music. Oh, it's just all the other bullshit that you're like,
yeah. I especially like performing live because of the microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, I just like talking shit in front of a lot of people.
Well, I'm just going to say, seriously.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. Yeah, who fuck the music?
Yeah. If you ever want to start a band with us, we get a bunch of band names.
We have a long list.
So many names.
Lay one on me.
Oh, stand by. I'll get you a list. Hang on.
Shy Turd.
Shy Turd, yeah.
Shy Turd's good.
Deuce in the Upper Deckers.
Right. These are all fecal related.
Well, it's just those first two. Bath Titties.
Bath Titties, I love Bath Titties.
And you juxtapose with the band. So Bath Titties obviously is a quartet. It's a quartet.
Okay.
It's a jazz
This is
quartet.
so this is stuff that's like in this new world of sort of crass, sort of foul. Yeah.
I like the list.
I mean, it's a
hip hop group.
Yeah. We have one that's real simple, just a guy named Jeff.
Jeff. I like that. I like any name that's like Doris.
Yeah.
Doris. Like anything that's like, Rolf.
I miss those old names. I used to work with a guy when I was younger, like at 16. His name was Amel.
Ooh,
Oh, I worked
Amel.
with an Amel.
Yeah.
Amel, and it's like, and I had this fantasy.
I know
that-
people who love Amel.
I know some that say they do, but when it comes down to
They
it,
don't really
they
love it.
refuse Amel.
I just had this fantasy.
They say no Amel.
Of his dad trying to figure out his name, right? It's like, what should I call my son? And he's got like a pack of Camel Lights in his hand, and his thumb is over the C. And he's like, huh, Amel.
I was thinking he had some anal nitrate. He was doing like, he's down at the gay bar doing poppers. And he's like, I know what to name my son,
That guy's
and
not
I'll just
smoking.
pull this out right now.
I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Do you know these guys? So this is better than Vicks. See,
Is
we're
it really?
bringing it full circle.
yeah.
The boom boom stick, baby.
Oh, nice.
Smell that stuff.
Where'd you get that?
got going on?
Future sponsor.
Yeah, maybe this is your big break here.
That's what they
That's
used-
some hardcore Vicks, baby.
That's what they used to call Rick Boom.
Boom boom stick.
Pass that sweet stick around. Yeah.
Take a tug.
Yeah.
Tug that stick.
It's like
Tug that
it's like
stick.
juicy fruit. Take a sniff.
Just
Pull it
don't
out.
put it up your nose, but hold it close.
Oh yeah,
See, that's nice, right?
yeah. That'll get you going.
Right. With the allergies and
My
everything.
grandfather
Right.
used to
Definitely.
carry one of those around. I
Where'd you
remember
get
that
those?
from
That's
being a
potent.
kid.
They're at the drugstore. They're at the Walgreens.
Looks like somebody's
He just
butt.
dosed you all.
And then you all fall dead on the thing. Now it's my podcast. Yeah.
I just got Cosby.
Where's your sweater?
Yeah. I get to anally rape all of you, and I own the podcast. Yeah.
I think it's pronounced amally rape.
Anally rape.
Well, so, and I wouldn't be doing you quite the service you deserve if I didn't even take the timeline back a notch, because I was just texting with my buddy, who I referenced earlier, that was a roommate of mine in New York, and they've been living in Sydney for the last, 8-10 years. They're about to move back. Anyway, he was in Colorado. They're looking for a home. And I texted him saying, hey, guess who we've got on podcast? Of course, he was like, no fucking way. How do you know this guy?
Also, you have a podcast?
Also, you have a podcast? And I said, yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to ask
Oh,
Ben.
shit.
And he had a lot of things, but I've weeded those out there inappropriate. But
It's
the one that he
34 waists, 32 inseam.
see, he thought it would be 30 and
Yeah. See? It was confusing to
You
people.
carry it well.
When's
you carry it well.
he wants to know? I'll cut to chase. He wants to know when's the squirrel bait.
It will never happen. Never.
Could you have at least? Can we take a second take and you at least pause before you say it? Let's try.
No.
When will there be a squirrel bait reunion?
Yeah, when hell ignites into a ball of fire consuming the entire earth.
Hey, look
He
behind
looked
you.
like
We're there.
Maybe happening
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I think what happened with squirrel bait is really interesting. I tell this story sometimes. Like, I thought that people who made records were demigods. Growing up in Louisville, I was like, oh,
Yep.
Van Halen,
Yeah.
Aerosmith, Parliament Funkadelic. Those aren't human beings.
Untouchable.
Those are people from another planet that I have
Well, Parliament
nothing-
Funkadelic, I think they are from another planet.
Probably so.
Yeah, you're right.
But like the stuff that I liked, I was like, real people don't do that.
Right.
And then those guys in Squirrel Bait found me through friends. Rob knows the story. I don't know. But anyway, I got in it, and they're 16 years old, and they're getting record deals, and we're on Spin, and we're going on tour and all. I'm like, oh, regular people do this. This is like a thing that actually, now I'm looking at the bands, and I'm like, oh, they're just guys and girls. They're just
Yeah,
regular
yeah.
folks. So then we start doing it, and we get all these offers, and the guys are like, we're quitting the band. We're going to college.
yeah.
And I was like, no, come on, man. We're going to do this.
We just got juice going.
Yeah. And they're like, no. Because that's the most punk rock thing you can do is break up the band before you get successful or
Yeah.
kill yourself,
Right.
which I probably should have done. No, I'm kidding. But
Jesus.
is that dark? Is that too dark? Yeah. No, not at all. I mean,
You didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's possible, right?
Yeah, it's
still
totally-
possible.
yeah,
Anyway, so
But you got to do it in a good way, like
Right.
like asphyxiation while you're masturbating. or
something. Yeah.
Pulling
What? Wait. Oh,
He went full parody.
You never go full carry, do you?
what about sticking my head in a hole in his neighbor's backyard?
I'll introduce you guys.
Yeah.
Don't even talk about that because it can happen and probably will. That's the next documentary.
I'm telling you, I'd love to pull up in a van called the Hole Inspection Team or something, you know. Just
here to see your holes.
Yes, just want to check and
make sure these holes are properly dug. And
But
anyway, so when that broke up, it was really tough on us, and I was like, well, this opened up a whole avenue to me. My grandparents are telling me to join the Marines. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going to work at a factory or something.
How old are you when they break up? How old do you think?
20, 21. I was the oldest guy in the band, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, what am I going to do now? And then I got into Lemonheads and all that stuff, you know, and ended up touring all over the world. I got in a band called the False Prophets for a while, which is a whole nother story where I ended up being Allen Ginsberg's housekeeper for a while.
Because, thank you. That's the segue I'm waiting for. Can we just stop here at this point in the timeline? Because
that was amazing. I got it. Well, essentially what happened was my friend Julian, who I made the Wild and Wonderful Whites with, he calls me and he's like, listen, there's this band from New York. They're going to Europe for a year. They don't have a drummer. Do you want to go? And I'm like, that's good timing. I'm not doing anything. So I go up there and they're like, well, you're going to live with this girl underneath the Brooklyn Bridge on Pineapple Street back when it was pretty rough.
Yep.
And I was like, okay. And they're like, well, and she's like, do you need a job? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, because we're not leaving for like a month. She's like, can you clean house? And I'm like, sure, I can clean house. And she goes, well, come work at my boss's house. Meet me down in the East, Village Monday. So I go down there, come up, there's Allen Ginsberg sitting at the desk. And she's like, she's like, oh, I didn't mention I'm his personal assistant. Allen was super cool. And we ended up like hanging out a lot, but I was so young and dumb. I did not appreciate it. So he's like sitting there like, oh, here's me with Jack Kerouac and here's me with Burroughs. And I'm like, yeah, where's the chicks? I'm like, and he's like, you drink too much. And I'm like, shut up, Grandpa. You're the one who's like doing acid. And you know what I mean? I was like, don't preach to me, old man.
Go back to your words.
But yeah, go back to your poetry words. So we ended up like doing performances together, like drum and spoken poetry.
No shit.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a really cool time. I also worked at a lap dancing club before that was a thing down on Wall Street.
Lamp dancing club?
My friend
That's
Anthony,
very specific.
Anthony Sepulveda, who was the bass player for the False Prophets, was from Brooklyn, USA. He was an auto mechanic. And he's like, I know you need money. He goes, we still got a month before we leave for Europe. He's like, why don't you, I'm building a stage down at this club down in Wall Street, underground. And I'm like, what is it? And he goes, well, you'll see when you get down.
Also, wear really short shorts.
Yeah, and this is before lap dancing was a thing. It was kind of illegal.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah. And so we're down there talking to strippers and stuff and building this stage while the men are coming in their three-piece suits getting lap danced. And the girls were incredible. The girls, I was like, well, who's president of the United States? She's like, I don't know who fucking president is. Why should I give a shit? Yeah, the whole thing was wild. I mean, and then we ended up going over to Europe, but they were anarchists. So to them, I was a frat boy.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, oh, you're from the South. You probably hate black people and drink beer all day and watch. I'm like, no, you got me all wrong.
Yeah.
They were like not into money. We slept in squats
Really?
for a year. Like we slept
Through the whole
in
tour.
empty buildings. Like we centered out of Amsterdam. And I remember building open fires, like in the middle of the building, like cooking. We went illegally. This is before the wall came down.
Yeah.
We went to Poland and East Germany illegally.
Oh, wow.
And we would hide. They had instruments there, like these Jurassic instruments. And one of my best stories I tell about this is we went into Poland in this van, and people would meet us at points with jerry cans where they would fill up the van with gas because we couldn't go to gas stations because we didn't have visas or anything.
Shit.
And we get to this little town that was like all consonants. It was like Zagorz-Gorek or something. And I see a castle in the background, and all of a sudden all these people are coming up and they're all cheering and they're yelling. And I was like, what is going on? And the driver's like, they're here for you. And I'm like, what? And they're like, they're the first American band to ever play in this city in Poland.
Wow.
So we get there and the mayor's there and he's like, "You're staying in the castle tonight."
Your follow-up question, can I build a fire?
I know. I was going to say the
Yeah, because with this, and this is literally, we're going from like one extreme to the other. Like we were staying in ruins. Like when we went into East Berlin, we were playing in a building where angels' faces were shot off with machine guns from World War II. It was an incredible experience. We were chased across Europe by Nazi skinheads who were trying to kill us. I mean, it was wild. I mean, that's a long, long story. But
The formative years.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like crazy. Yeah, crazier than Love Jones.
How old were you then?
20s.
Oh, fuck.
Jeez.
Can you imagine?
No.
Yeah.
Well, so let me ask you,
Yeah.
by the time the squirrel bait and the rug was pulled out, had you at least gotten over the imposter syndrome phase? Had you
No, I'm
started-
still in it hardcore. I have body
all are.
dysmorphia, facial dysmorphia, talent dysmorphia. I was like,
All the
please say
morphias.
there's not going to be cameras in here.
Yeah. You have all the more.
No, I have all of it. I'm a mess. I'm trying not to be, but I am.
So was there ever a time that you did sort of at least give yourself a benefit of the doubt and say, maybe I do belong here in terms of music?
No.
Really?
Never.
No, I just did it. The thing that's interesting on my journey is that I was just in the moment and I was very driven from a very young age. Because the story that I tell is like I was in junior high school and I had a drum set. And the band teacher, Mr. Plunkett, was like, you can play drums on this song, you know, on the one song. So then the curtain closed at Highland Junior High and I went, I'm going to fucking
Rip it.
go nuts. And I started doing a drum solo, the curtain opened, and the whole school went nuts. And I'm like, I want more of this. I don't know how this works.
It's a drug, man.
Because I was so insecure, and I'm like, oh, everybody's cheering for me.
Yeah.
And then the whole full journey is like, you know, like so many entertainers, it's like, love me, don't you like me? And then when I got married and had kids and everything, and I actually had real love, then I'm like, oh, now I feel embarrassed. I feel so
to have been a
needy.
part of that. Yeah.
So then I had to go through that. Then I got sober. And then it was like really weird. Then I was like, oh, I'm going on stage and I don't need people to love me anymore. And I had to work through all that.
Yep.
Like, oh, it's not about me. It's like that I can provide something for the audience. So there's been a full trip.
Well, so let me ask you, what's the
was-
difference between juiced up Ben and sober Ben in terms of as a performer?
No difference as a performer at all.
Because it's the high without the alcohol, without the drugs.
The discovery was it was always me. I thought that I
That's what
needed the alcohol and the drugs to be amusing, to be funny, to be wild. Turns out I was always that way without any of it. And so that part, the hard part was facing down myself
Nice.
Yeah.
and my own demons and all of that.
How many years ago did you make the decision to become sober?
I wish I was counting, but I'm going to say maybe 15. It's been a while.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. But that's been a real journey for me. And that's why the new me, I guess I'm still as weird as I used to be and as crazy as I used to be, but I'm definitely like more soulful. I definitely think I was just like, I'm in the moment. I'm going crazy. I'm driven. I want success. I want money. I want all this stuff.
But I think that's age too.
Oh,
It is.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
I wish, what's the old saying? You know,
If you knew then what you
well,
know
no,
now.
youth is wasted
On the young.
On the young.
Yeah. And it's the truth.
It
It's like,
100%.
and it's like, man, I wish I could.
Imagine what your 20-year-old version of Jamie, with the knowledge you have now, how dangerous you would be.
I know.
But you can't. I mean, the thing is, the only thing that actually exists is the moment we're in.
Right
There is no going backwards. There's no
Exactly.
going forward. That was a big discovery for me because I was always
big one.
looking forward. I was always like, what's the next thing on the horizon?
Yeah.
What's the
Same,
next band,
same.
the next movie, the next thing?
Yep.
And once I got past all that, the happiness started to come.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
and also less about me. The less you think about yourself, the happier you are.
Oh, 100%.
And getting married and having kids and all that really helped a lot. So
Well, it throws you into it, so you don't have a choice anymore. It's
And,
like,
and,
wow,
ex-
this
and
is it.
experiencing the now. I mean, that was a big thing for me. I didn't have any kind of career like you've had, but it sounds like sort of the same thing. It's like, you know, I was always looking, you know, what's happening next, the next job,
the next
gig,
thing.
the next thing.
Yeah.
Instead of like, you know what, I'm just going to take a deep breath and enjoy this moment.
Some of that though is in your position of being a business owner, being a husband and a father. Like there's the pressure of you're having to think about.
Yeah, you got to make that money.
That's being a responsible adult.
Absolutely.
But
especially that line of work, project management, and timeline.
And there literally is always the next thing you do have to look out for.
Yeah.
But I think you said the age thing is a big part of it. It's like you have the similar responsibilities, but the kids are grown and you're more comfortable with where you are in your life. So it's
just age and experience and context, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's that hustle. I think one of the hardest things about show business is you're not in control of your own destiny.
That's exactly right.
But
it's always waiting for checks or waiting for money or waiting for somebody to say yes.
Or waiting to be booked or cast or all those decisions are so far upstream of anything you have control over ultimately.
That's the hard
part. Letting go.
Yeah, and it's like, it's funny, I'm doing construction work now and stuff, and I work at a hydroelectric dam. And I get a lot more satisfaction out of that stuff these days because I just like, there's no one, it's like, oh God, I hope they call. I hope they say yes for this project. It's just like, I just go do the work. Everybody agrees this is the right way to do it and it's done and you leave. And it's very satisfying. I think that years and years of hustling, it just burned me out, man.
It's like, a lot.
It is a lot. And, I don't have any regrets. I had a lot of fun with it, but it was a lot of like, putting your hopes on this thing's got to happen.
And the pressure that goes with that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird.
And
Weird way to leave.
And the letdown when it doesn't happen.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I just made a movie here. Jamie was kind enough to let us spend over $1 million on this documentary and nobody's going to buy it.
Which one was this?
About John Y. Brown.
Oh, John Y. Brown.
Yes. It's brilliant.
And we're repped by like UTA, the biggest agencies and all this stuff, and everybody's
still
seen
shopping it.
And
nobody.
Well, that's a whole nother kettle of fish. But yeah, the documentary business is in the dumpster. But
Well, so correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have one of your credits to your name is on the West Virginia documentary?
Wild and Wonderful Whites, yeah,
with Jebko and Jesco,
yeah.
Which is a classic character.
Well,
that's almost got his own cult following.
This is a good story. So my friend Chris Ivanko, who grew up here, went to Vassar College.
Okay.
I didn't graduate from high school, but I like to go up there to meet all these incredible people. Jason Blum being one of them. A lot of people went to Vassar, very cool people. Julian Nitzberg was one of them. And he ended up coming to Louisville to do an internship at Apple Shop.
Oh.
So when he was at Apple Shop, we made a short documentary about this rockabilly singer. Let's see if I can remember.
And Apple Shop is the KET affiliated. They were independent.
They were like an
house,
independent Appalachian film production place. So we made let's see, who is the God, I'm so brain dead today. Anyway, we made a short film. While we were making that film, we met Jesco while a bar fight was happening.
Appropriate. And so fitting.
This woman's like, if you think he's wild, y'all come over and meet my brother Jesco. So then I'm on acid.
No, really?
So next day we go up this holler and there he is. And that film ended up being the VHS tape that everybody passed around for years.
Yes.
Damn sloppy eggs and all that.
Yes.
So then cut to 20 years later, I'm in a musical.
Wait a minute. Back the truck up.
Yeah. In brownface, playing an Iraqi terrorist.
What?
Wow.
What?
In a musical that Julian wrote that played for a year. It was really fun.
What was your character's name?
Oh, God. I don't even remember. All I know is it was called The Beastly Bombing. And it was about two white supremacists and two Iraqi terrorists who meet each other cute while trying to blow up the Brooklyn Bridge. Very funny play, very politically incorrect. Really did well for a long time. A lot of people were coming. Johnny Knoxville and Spike Jonze came, and they were like, aren't you all the guys who made that Jesco film? And we're like, yeah. And he goes, don't you ever wonder what happened to them? And we're like, yeah. And he goes, well, let me give you some money, go back down there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
So Julian went down for 5 days, came back in that whole Boone County mating call. That was all in the footage that he captured that weekend. So it was like...
Boone County mating call.
So he was like, Knoxville was like, it's a home run, let's go get... And the guy was like, how much money do you need? And we're like, maybe $200,000. He goes, you better take $500,000. It's going to be hard. So it was like that. Like everything that's happened to me in show business was really fast that worked. Anything that didn't work went on forever and didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, that was a cool experience and but hard. 500 hours of footage, over 500 hours of footage. It took me 4 months to watch all of it.
Just so you know, the Beastly bombing, you were Khalid.
Khalid, that's right, Khalid.
Khalid. In brown face.
That was very distasteful. The President of the United States has a love scene with Jesus, if that
nice
gives you any indication.
Very
of that
nice.
Play. Yeah.
And like the one with Satan on
South
Park.
Park.
There's some real that we met those guys when we were making that because there's a lot of commonality.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But anyway, so that was a fun experience. But that's how the Wild Whites came together. And then the Wild Whites, of course, blew up and went all over the place.
And so you've done several in the form of documentaries, right?
Yeah.
You've had several. Has that become like one of your favorite?
It's hard as fuck. It's like I like it and I think I'm really good at it, but it kills me. It's like, what did I tell Jamie? It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle all day and you don't have a picture on the box.
Yeah.
And a lot of the pieces are missing and they have to be fabricated by
Just
you.
in the way you put together to form that narrative?
Yeah, and normally the way that people hire me now is they're like, here's a bunch of shit, make a movie out of it.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, like I get hired,
Which is a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah,
You've now got freedom creatively,
but I have to do
you've
it.
got to.
But people don't understand. Every time you do one of those,
It's 10 years off my life.
it takes your
You don't get a face like this. You're playing badminton.
it takes your soul away.
Of all the things, badminton.
It takes part of your soul. I think it takes a part of your soul.
Yeah, it does. It's
know?
funny. My friend Charlie, he called me. Charlie made this great documentary called Finding Vivian Mayer that I love. And we worked a lot together in television. And Will Arnett's company, and I can't remember who else it was. He's like, we got this great movie. It's called The Sexiest Man in Winnipeg. And it's about this sportscaster who ended up robbing 6 banks. Great pitch. And I was like, wow, that sounds pretty fun. And he goes, well, you haven't seen the footage. He's like, he's like, and me and Charlie's like, can you fix it? And we're like, I think so. And, we spent, I don't know, 6-8 months working on it. And I don't think anybody's heard about it, but it was fun to do. But it was like, that's what I get a lot these days is like, but I'd get some fun stuff out of nowhere, just like Telemarketers on HBO that was done with Elra, which is the Safdie brothers company. This guy calls me and he's like, everybody's too nice in documentary world. He goes, you understand the line between like ugly and profound? So he's like from the Wild Whites, and he goes, I think you'll get this. And Telemarketers was about these 2 drug addicts who ended up trying to go inside the telemarketing scams and figure out what the hell. It goes all the way to the Senate. And so, but it's a couple of goofballs. One guy's a junkie. So he's like, you get that world. You can have fun at their expense, but also take seriously what they're trying to do. So I get gigs like that every once in a while. It's weird. Like, I don't know what my life, it's like sometimes I get these very high end, that was an HBO documentary, but then the rest of the time I'm working at the hydroelectric grid. So I don't know,
Well, of all the projects you've done, does anything easily stand out as, wow, if I was ever close to a passion project, this one really pulled me in, or I got really vested in this?
Wild Whites for sure.
Was it?
Yeah. And it was fun. I've always wanted to do more scripted. I got hired to fix a couple of horror movies that were really fun that ended up on Shudder. I like cutting scripted a lot.
Yeah.
And we shared an office with Shane Taylor here. He's from Louisville and he's a director, and he had me cut a World War II movie he did a couple years ago that was pretty fun. A lot of action, a lot of guns.
Nice.
Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah, like a $500,000 World War II flick. I get these weird jobs. I like cutting scripted a lot. I like making movies a lot.
Is it because they're, unlike the documentary, which is just a bunch of scattered puzzle pieces, you have kind of a trajectory of where the story goes?
Yeah, and tone. It's more about tone, pacing, and all of that
and
stuff.
Pacing.
Like trying to make something out of something.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Which is very rewarding. It's like a lot of the way people describe writing. I think Jamie could relate to this. It's like, I don't really like it, but when it's over, I feel very proud. It's
fulfilling.
Yeah, you're like, wow, I made that.
Yeah, but the process itself, horrible.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, all day long. And I'm an outdoor person. I'm also a people person. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah.
I'm the last person who would ever be an editor.
Exactly.
There's a saying, never trust a canned editor.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're looking at him.
I've heard that. I've heard that or a thin editor.
I got both going. Yeah. Like I like the outdoors.
Yep.
I like people,
Yeah.
which has probably been good for my career because I'm not typical in that way. I'm not a person who likes
You're
to sit
not
in a cave
introverted.
and you know. But I don't know. It's also weird looking back. I have done a lot of stuff. I'm very hard on myself in my career, but I've had a lot of fun and a lot of adventures and done a lot of weird stuff. So I guess it's not all bad.
Don't you think? We've talked about this before. It's not a phenomenon, but the idea of being your own worst critic, and in the line of creating anything, I think whether it's music or film, visual, animations, whatever, it ultimately prevents you from being surprised when somebody tells you that what's this shit. Being your own worst critic is that defense mechanism that allows you to not only guard your work, but also be really harsh as being a super critique of your work, so no one can catch you off guard. And
I can see that.
there's some of that in there.
I mean, the thing that I had to work on the most on myself is the inner critic, which I describe as like a sort of a Don Rickles. He's definitely an insult comic. He's in my head sometimes, and he's just putting me.
The mantra of "you're not enough."
I think it's like more. The problem with show business is you look. Everybody does this in show business. You look at what other people are doing,
Sure,
and you're like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get really hard on yourself, which is a shame.
It is.
Because it's like, well, my record didn't blow up, or my movie didn't blow up, or whatever, or maybe it did a little bit, but it's over.
Yeah.
And you got to go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. That is hard.
It's
Unless you get in.
It's crazy. It's like you get excited when you get one of these big gigs,
Yeah.
and then when you get it, it's like, well, fuck, I've got to do
Now I've got to do it.
it, right?
Yeah.
And then when you're doing it, you're just like,
When will it end?
this is shit,
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't.
Yeah.
Like,
but you know what I mean.
Well, like it's funny because I did a lot of reality TV. Like The Bachelor was a huge show, and I had to go into therapy because of it. Because
Did
I
you
was
really?
like, yeah, because I was like, this show is so fucking stupid. I can't take it.
And it had become your life.
Yeah, and all day long I'm thinking about it, and now I get PTSD. Like my daughter watches it, and when I hear the music, which is the same music we used back then,
Yeah.
I just can't take it. But it's like, but again, a lot of people liked it, and I learned a lot from it. I learned a lot about super arcs and storytelling and making stuff. Like I'm going to hell 10 times over on the stuff I did on that show.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what they do is they ply all the people with alcohol. It's like Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to read any media, look at any media. All they talk about is The Bachelor, and all they do is drink. So when they sit you down for an interview, they're like, okay, name everybody on the show real quick for me. Now say I, they, we, and at the end of the interview.
Giving you enough stuff so that then you
Create
can-
sentences.
to
I
manufacture
hate
it.
Jamie.
Yeah.
And then I'd look for shots of Jamie.
Crafted for that.
I know.
And then look at shots for Jamie going like this,
Yeah.
and then the other person looking like this, and you construct whole
That
things
don't
that
exist.
never happen. I'll tell you, this is my
that's-
favorite Bachelor story.
That's amazing.
I was so ready to quit, and they gave me this scene. It was a heavyset guy who was like, he's the dark horse. He's the one everybody's got to believe is going to win. And he's like, so you're going to have to make the audience believe that this girl loves him. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. She gave him a kiss on the cheek. I'm like, I'm going to pick the most cornball piece of music I can find. I'm going to cut to every angle, slow motion it so it looks like they're making out, and I keyed in fireworks behind them, expecting to get fired. The next day, they made me one of the lead editors. They're like, of course, you can manipulate this shit. Now, that has come in really helpful because nothing intimidates me anymore. If people are like, oh, can you do this or can you do that? You learn all
whatever.
these
Yeah.
tricks. That show was...
Jason, if we don't put fireworks behind him after,
American Love style. I'll tell you, okay, here's another good story. I tell this story sometimes too. So I got, one of my big breaks was Reno 911.
oh, wow. Love that show.
So I got on the first season of Reno 911. A lot of people don't know this. I helped design the logo for the show, the song, all the stuff. I'm in there with them. We're doing it. It's Jersey Films. But the problem was Ben and Tom are the stars of the show and the EPs.
right.
So we're at the last 3 weeks of cutting. And we're looking at stuff, and the guy from Jersey Films is in there, and he's like, I don't think this is very funny. And I'm like, well, I said, this part isn't very funny, but there's some funny stuff coming up. And Ben and Tom are like, you motherfucker, keep your mouth shut. They're like looking at me like, what the fuck? He's the enemy.
Yeah.
We're the stars. We're the creators of this show.
Cater to me. Yeah.
And I crossed a bridge, and the next day the line producer was like, I think Ben and Tom don't think you see eye to eye. And then people had told me, they're like, you haven't worked in Hollywood until you've been fired at least off of one gig. But that was
big learning lesson, right?
Oof, that was tough.
But like a big takeaway.
Yeah, and I had to join the union and all this stuff to get on the show. It was a lot of stuff like that. It was a weird ride. The whole thing. No wonder I'm an alcoholic.
I think this show is a disservice to sober people. I think we're reminding them all that they're.
Sorry, my apologies to all the sober people.
No, it's
Yeah. It's been a crazy journey all the way around, all of it. It's been nuts, But here I am back in Louisville.
Well, and so talk us through what does today feel like for Ben?
It's interesting. It's a lot calmer. I definitely am just trying to play it down the line. I turned 60 last year. And so I'm just trying to figure out every day. It's like, what am I going to do today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm working on a presentation piece for another documentary that's kind of exciting. It's about
like a pitch for?
Well, they've shot it.
Okay.
And it's about a strippers. They striked. They formed a union in North Hollywood and bought their own club back. And
wow.
Yeah, and it's by some women I worked with on Intervention, which was that's another whole. Stories about intervention all day.
Another edit session.
A lot of therapy on that.
Yeah.
But for the crew. But they are really good filmmakers, and they shot this thing, and I had helped them get their film Tig funded. Who was about the comedian Tig Notaro.
Yeah.
Which got sold, went to Sundance, everything.
Yeah.
Same filmmakers. So they approached me. They're like, we have this thing. We don't have any money. Do you want to help? So I did that for a couple of weeks, and then I'm helping my friend remodel a house up the street. So, I never know what I'm going to be doing from one day to the next.
But isn't that nice? Because there's no rut to get
Well,
in,
that
right?
is the one thing about it. I'm not in a rut. I mean, money's tight, but I've moved to New Albany. So it's cheap.
Yeah.
I could work at Home Depot and pay my mortgage. But it's interesting. I mean, it's a lot more chill.
Yeah.
Life is more chill, and I'm not driven at all.
Well, a lot of that obviously comes with age and experience, right?
But after the John Ly Brown thing failed, I was just like, no more.
Did that feel like it took the life out of you?
Here's the thing is,
Took the drive out of me.
I wouldn't say it hasn't failed.
It didn't fail as a piece of art.
No.
It failed as a sales.
But I mean, I think there's still life in that, man. I mean, what I saw in that was just, he was just a unique figure, and they go back with everything. They go back with KFC, the Kentucky Colonels,
right?
His wife, Phyllis George, and for a Kentuckian, and just know that he was sort of the first rock and roll politician at the time. He really was.
Oh yeah, back in that day, in that context.
But it's
absolutely.
bigger than that. I wouldn't have made the film. I didn't know how insane his life was. And it's bigger than Trump. I mean, it's huge. Trump is in it.
Right.
He's friends with him. And it just is like he owned the Boston Celtics. I mean, it's insane. So we did the whole thing and people loved it. But the problem is that show business is in a rut right now, because of streaming and everything else, and the multi-conglomeration of all the networks, that the only documentaries that are being sold now are true crime or celebrity. You'll probably notice this. So all you're going to see is true crime or Elton John or Dolly or whatever.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's one or the other.
Nobody's buying anything else. So that is not a problem with the film. It's the market.
It's the market.
And plus, didn't you say they also want to have like multi-episodic?
No, that doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter anymore?
Well, it was multi-episodic for a while. Then it went to single movies. Now it's back to multi. That doesn't matter. Like everybody's like, it's safe bet time.
Gotcha.
Like safe bet. Like
Which
nobody's
is true
buying
crime or celebrities
for documentary.
Right.
And you notice there's not as much content movie-wise being made either.
No,
like on
there's not.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Notice and they're good shows, but like Korean shows, Indian shows, they're just like, well, we already paid for these. Let's put those on American television.
Yep.
So really it's the market's issue, not ours. And luckily our people who finance the film, I think they're wealthy enough to take the hit, but there's still.
But
some
it's
guilt.
the film's complete, and it's just without distribution.
Yes.
So here's the thing is, we only have like maybe 11 listeners, but there might be one out there that has some money.
That we don't even need money. We just need to get it out there. It's like I'm going to
tell us a couple funny stories that you found intriguing, because you became close with John Y. Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, and it wasn't there a point? Wasn't there a point?
Wasn't there a point where he said I was a fucking asshole
But
and I
wasn't
should
there a
give
point-
up my career? Yeah, there was.
He said that?
But wasn't there also a point that he was living in his car? Like,
Yeah, but we couldn't get anybody. The ugly truth of John Y. Brown's life, God bless him, wherever you are, John. But
he called you on his deathbed too. I'll let you finish.
well, John basically, the mythos that John, like most successful people, they create their own myth and their own story. And John was sticking to the story. And the story was, I'm successful, I'm rich, I'm a good old boy, everybody loves me. The truth is he was broke,
Oh, wow.
was living in a patio home in Lexington. And
Really?
he really fought to not have that in the film. On every level. But it comes out sideways in the film, but like he had been living in his car. His son, I probably shouldn't even be saying this shit on the air.
No, you're fine.
But
Because nobody's listening anyway. You've only got 11 listeners.
Yeah.
At best.
Yeah.
It's your
But his
and 3 of them are us. So.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
And your FBI agents.
Right.
Yeah.
But his son basically was taking care of him on every level.
Yeah.
And John, all of his friends still thought he was rich. And on his webpage, it says he's a millionaire. He didn't even need money. He lost everything from gambling. So the thing that the family liked was it was a rags to riches to rags kind of story.
Yeah.
But he vindicated himself in the end. In the very end, it's the oldest story in the world, but it's very meaningful that all of the grasping, all the chasing, all the money wasn't worth anything. And he had kind of lost the love of his children, his wives, everything, and kind of came back around at the end and begged their forgiveness. And they all came back around. So it was kind of a sweet ending to the story.
Yeah.
But it's really a lens to look at late stage capitalism.
Do you remember him? He would come every year to the Ali Awards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We would see him every year.
Lonnie's in the film.
Is she?
Yeah. So it's to me, it was an excuse to write an essay about capitalism and what is the cost of like endless grasping.
Yeah.
Because as an ex-addict, alcoholic or whatever, I know that's what it's
100%.
So why do you think that a film like that doesn't have an audience, or at least that the companies don't think it has an audience? Because it seems so profound and so contemporary of a story that people get. I mean, is that they're just afraid?
It's just
Fear?
money. It's just like they just want a safe bet right now.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. I mean, we showed it to HBO, Amazon, Hulu, Paramount. Everybody called us. Everybody liked it.
I'm surprised you haven't tried to sell it to CNN, because they have their own documentary.
They're not doing anything right now.
Pamela Brown being there now.
Yeah, but they're not. You notice, like I did a film on the National Enquirer, I don't know, a while ago.
Yeah, that was a few years.
CNN paid for that.
Yeah.
They're not doing documentaries right now.
Wow.
Well, so is the ultimate question how long this thing can possibly sit on the shelf waiting for that pendulum to swing back for a market opportunity?
Could be never.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, it's a lot of films like that. A lot of
Oh,
films.
tons of films like that.
But see, here's the crazy shit. It was like, who was it that called you and said, "Oh yeah, I've got all the Kentucky Colonel stuff in my basement"?
Yeah. What's his name? They're the old assistant coach, Lloyd. What's Lloyd's last?
So he walks in and he's like all the old Kentucky Colonels. Anything you could think of, jerseys, fucking,
Pictures, basketballs,
stuff.
but it's everything. John gave us everything. We had everything. But the craziest thing is John saved the Democratic Party. So one of the best stories that's in the film that doesn't have a Wikipedia page, that is nothing, is in the 70s, the Democratic Party was, I can't remember, like $20 million in debt. And John, being a big Democrat, was like, we got to save the Democratic Party. Let's have a telethon on all 3 networks.
No shit.
Yes.
And
genius.
he put up the money and we found it. And it's insane footage. It's like there's Archie Bunker. There's Henry Fonda is the guy who announces it. And it's got the Fifth Dimension singing a musical version of like the Constitution. I mean, it's just...
Oh my God. What year?
No one knows about it.
Late
1974, I think. I can't remember because it's been a while. This is what I do after films are done. I download it.
Yeah.
But that's another amazing thing in the film. And we found the footage. No one had ever seen it. Wow. All that kind of stuff. We found, so it's like we had total access to everything.
Can I ask you a question? Is there a trailer still available?
Yeah.
That we can
we'll
link
put
to?
Yeah, I'll give you a link to it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
These guys would love to see it. The open that you do for that and describing John Y. Brown is one of the most amazing opens I've ever seen in a documentary.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Yeah. You can always watch the film if you want. I showed it to my family. Yeah. I mean, so it's just I think the thing that's happened to me recently is, I made this music with Love Jones. I made this film. I made some music with Peter Searcy from Squirrel Bait. None of it's come out. None of it. And I'm kind of like, all right.
Where's all that work? Yeah, just sit somewhere.
But it was the thing that's interesting about a podcast. You guys are self-actualized, right? So it's like, we're doing this, we're putting it out. I don't give a shit of 11 people. Yeah. It's weird in the media landscape now. Anybody can do anything. Yep. So it's how to get people to pay attention.
Yeah, how do you cut through the noise?
I know.
There's a lot of noise.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's the thing. I was like, I still like making art. I like creating art, but maybe the fun is in the creation, like we're doing today. And you just don't worry about where.
Yeah, this is what we love to
is.
do. I mean, this gets out that innate need for us just to get something out there that we can control.
Right.
Yeah. And that
totally
we have fun, and it's sort of therapy too, and
it's messy, and it's not perfect, but that's it's not even about that. It's just
like most of our live shows.
They're messy, and usually somebody dies.
Let me just give you a little refund. Nobody died.
That's right.
Pretty good.
Matthew, your company, Burning Bridges Productions.
Let us do your production. Let us do your show just once.
Just once.
Clear
and then on the back of the show, or on the back of the shirt, that's the tagline is, remember, no one cares more than we do about your stupid little show.
It's pretty good.
Burning Bridge Productions.
Yeah.
We won't be around a long time, but
long enough to cash the check.
The one check from the one client.
It'll be exciting.
It's going to be exciting.
Well, you know what else is weird? I don't want to get off on too far of a tangent, but like the whole ad agency world has collapsed.
Yeah.
So there's, and everybody's got the access to a camera or editing or whatever. And what we've found is older people who've been doing it a while is like people are coming to us to fix stuff.
Yes.
They're like, oh yeah, our kids that we have in house made this, but it's a train wreck. Can you make sense of it? Yeah. And so that's been a weird thing too to now, because I thought my goal moving back here, I swear to God, Jamie didn't give me a job. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Sorry.
Sorry. I came back here. I wanted to be a normal fucking person. Right? I was like, I'm going to move. Yeah, good luck, right? Well, with all this.
On a cellular level?
I was like, I'm going to get a job. Yeah. I'm going to move back to Louisville. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to be a regular person with a paycheck, retirement. None of it happened. And I think partially it's because my skill set is in production. And as you guys all know, that work is falling away. Yeah. So it's like, I can't even be a normal person now. The job market's gone. So, I don't know. It's fine. I'm not, and we're scrapping it. We're scrapping enough stuff to put together. But I literally thought I would move back here and work at some ad agency or video place.
But imagine being in LA right now. I mean, I hear that's just a shit show.
It's the worst. All my email blows up every day. All my old friends sending me their resumes.
Oh, wow. Really?
Like if you can find anything, I'll do anything.
Just because things are getting...
There's nothing. There's no reality TV no more. There's no
incentives. There's nothing there.
There's not?
There was so much work.
They just made some new incentives, but
it's just imploded.
So now they're playing catch up.
Yep.
Well, like on The Bachelor and Extreme Home Makeover and some of those shows, there would be as many as 16 editors between the two shifts.
Oh, wow.
So there was tons of work for everybody. Like there was a lot of scripted work. There was a lot of unscripted work. Everybody was working. All that's dried up. So now everybody's kind of like, what do we do? Because there's not even that much in Atlanta anymore. Like apparently that's drying up a little bit too. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm happy. I mean, I'm fine. We're putting things together, but I also can work with my hands. So I'm like, well, if all this falls apart, let's go do that stuff. But plus, it's only a couple more years before I can get Social Security if it doesn't all get taken away.
Death scares the fuck out of me. That's gone. It's not gonna be there for me.
It might.
It better be. I mean, I feel like whatever they do, they're going to end up Just like they did around midterms. They kick the can just past the goalpost. So they'll kick the can to the point where it affects people that haven't been born yet. Fuck those people. That's how that'll happen.
It's going to be interesting. It'll either be like a great rebellion, which seems possible to me, because it's just on the cognitive dissonance might go. Like I'm hoping maybe that this letter might be something. Maybe I doubt it because they're so dug in now. They're like, oh, it's fake. But
do you really think those signatures match?
Yes.
Oh,
do you think? Yeah. I mean, my God. Do you really think? I mean, honestly.
I mean,
Yes.
the tail is a little longer.
I love the little meme I saw this morning. It's like, Levitt, she was 5 years old when that letter was written.
Yeah.
Her husband was 37.
what?
Did you know his press secretary is married to totally.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
It's like game recognized games.
Game recognized.
I know.
Well, that's the thing.
And I'm going to tell you, when you look at that drawing, that does not look like an older woman.
No.
That looks like a young, like.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
You know what's interesting too is it's like I said cognitive dissonance before, and I also said he's a magician, and he does have the power, the same thing, the power of positive thinking, the Norman,
Yeah.
I think that somehow he's like, these aren't the droids you're looking for, and it's working up to a point, but it may get to a point where everybody's like, whoa.
Well, I think as soon as one brick drops, everything collapses.
It may all
because
collapse.
then it all has a new context.
The boy who cried wolf, it comes to mind.
Here's a crazy thing. You look at this, and by even in our position of business being a little slower or agency, whatever, it's like we could really be like roofers. We could really be, and the cost of everything has just gone tremendously crazy.
Well, let me.
I don't see how the common people are making it right now.
I'm one of them. So listen to this, bro. I am like making less money editing than I made 25 years ago.
Oh yeah, same.
And everything costs more.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, I'm not an economist, but I don't know how you fix this.
Yeah.
Like people are making less money and they keep adding zeros.
Yeah.
To everything. It doesn't track.
Well, it's crazy. I'm on one of these Reddit threads, and it's editors, and it's usually these people, either asking questions or they're like, look at this job posting that somebody posted. And so there was one the other day where this guy was like, should I sign a contract for this? They want me to do a shoot, an edit, and deliver for vertical and 16:9, $30.
$30.
And we're like, and that's what everybody was saying. It was like, dude,
don't do it.
Don't even take a job like that. You're fucking everybody else.
Yeah.
Do that,
Yep.
And that's where the state of affairs is. That one little AI video that I did for Dude Filet.
Yeah.
I posted that on one of the little AI forums on Reddit, and somebody texted me. He's like, hey man, could you make one of those for me for a client? And I'm like, sure, absolutely. What's your budget? He's like $100. I'm like, bro. I'm like, that's what this conversation just cost. No. I mean, it's.
Yeah, it's rough out there, man.
And I don't know where that's coming from. It's like you can't go to say.
I'll tell you where it's coming from tech, because when everything was available to you remember when those cameras out there, those Ikegami cameras and all that stuff is super expensive. Avid $60,000.
Dude,
whatever.
I was charging $300 an hour on the Edit Suite when I first started working here, and it was like 3 1-inch machines, 2 Digibetas. That edit room probably cost $1 million to build, and it's like now it's like clients are like, can you do that for $75 an hour? It's like, really? I mean,
well, because the equipment is cheap.
Yeah.
But the skills
exactly
people don't have, and that's what I was trying to get back at. Is like people are like, sure, you can throw 2 pictures together. Can you tell a story?
Exactly.
Do you have any taste in music or anything else? Like, it was funny when I first started working in comedy, they'd hire anybody. And I'm like, well, have you seen if the person's funny or not?
Exactly.
Like, you have to have a sense of humor to cut comedy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
A lot of it, so it's like, anybody with a phone and a computer can make content. It's not true.
Exactly.
You have to
just
have
because you have Microsoft Word doesn't make you Stephen
a
King.
writer.
Yeah.
And so this is the challenge we face now.
But isn't this this whole process of things dwindling down and the opportunities being less is just weeding out all those people who can't do it?
No.
So that explains.
No,
why
no, I don't think that's exactly what it is.
But you're looking at the collateral damage.
I think
that
there's some people
transpires
that
in the
can do it.
meantime.
I think there's some people that can do it, but they're just doing it super cheap and they're living in their parents' basement.
There's
You know?
true.
And I do think that's taken. I mean, that's what you're seeing on forums. You're seeing people saying we're getting undercut like ridiculous. I mean, we cannot race to the bottom on some jobs.
This is the
And,
thing, because you have
you
to
know.
make it's like, especially Jamie's got this whole building, you got gear, you got electricity, internet, all that stuff has to get. People don't take that into consideration. They're just like, well, hell, I can buy a camera myself.
Yeah.
Like we just did a job for a client. I'm not going to name him, but they were like, well, good job. You did all the stuff for us. Can you tell us what kind of camera to buy?
Oh no.
And can you train our kids on how to do it?
Train
I'm like,
them?
Yeah. And we're like, wait, so we're not going to do this
yeah, it'll cost
anymore?
twice as much as me doing it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the world. I mean, I don't want to be a negative Nelly because but it is true. I mean, that's just what we're going through.
And
this
we
reminds me
usually
of-
we walk into KFC a lot and ask them for, hey man, do you have that recipe?
Yeah. Because
I don't just give me 10 herbs and spices. I'll guess at the 11th. Everybody knows it's fucking oregano. Who cares?
Yeah.
I thought it was THC.
Well,
No wonder I love it so much. Yeah.
I will say what I'm reminded of when you all were talking about that and the rates and race to the bottom is, what's the old adage of you're not paying me for the hour it took me to do this thing. You're paying me based on the years of experience that I've accumulated that allows me to do this hour on your thing.
Some clients don't care, and that's fine because what we've done is we look for corporate clients that need reliability, stability,
Want to build that
relationships, and plus a lot of the folks that have their iPhones as cameras or whatever,
Right.
They don't have. They're not insured. What happens if that
Right.
What happens if that light tips over and hits the CEO in the head?
Right. Nobody cares until they care.
Well, they don't even know about it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing like you're like, E&O or insurance
yeah,
or anything.
yeah.
They've never even heard of it. So they would never even consider that.
I love having E&O insurance because it gives me more excuses to have errors. Inhibitions. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I'm sure you guys are video makers. It's weird. The TikTok thing changed everything.
Yes.
Because it's like, okay, it's vertical, it's self-shot, it's
Yeah.
enough.
Well, and we noticed a big moment in our world we noticed was when people would get on stage and no longer cared if something looked like shit because the trade-off was I just found it on YouTube
Yeah.
5 minutes ago
Yeah.
Just
and
show
had the
us.
team backstage pull it down and stick it in my deck. Look how funny that is.
Be careful
Yeah.
how you say that.
But what's that?
Be careful how you say that.
Stick it in your YouTube.
You stick it in your YouTube.
Stick it
in your deck. Stick your YouTube in your deck.
That was a trade-off.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
immediately, our first reaction was, let me spend a lot of time telling them why the resolution on this is going to make this. It doesn't look good on your phone. It's going to look horrible on that 60
Right.
wide.
Yeah.
But it's
They don't
content.
care.
It's content.
content and it's immediate.
Well, and that was the thing too. Like
Junk.
people were like,
it's
well,
junk. It's all junk.
people
And
don't want to hear the sound. They're like, oh, you can subtitle it. It's
Yeah, yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's all junk. And I don't know if you guys, we always talk about what we're consuming and stuff, but I've been really trying to find things that make me happy and make me
Yeah.
and feel like something that's a little bit more epic than it is, right?
What have you found?
Alien Earth.
I was
So
just
good.
going to say that. So good.
Alien.
I've only
Earth.
watched the first 30 minutes of
It
the
is
first episode.
so good.
It's provocative. Yeah. And it's also
It's very imaginative.
What's it on?
I love Noah Hawley.
Hulu, it's FX.
yeah.
FX.
Noah Hawley was behind the Fargo series.
Oh, yeah.
He is just bringing,
An intelligence to it. Yeah.
an intelligence to it, and plus, I never thought I could be like sort of scared again on and
nice.
And there's been some
Well,
really
Romulus kind of did that. They brought that back to
Well,
the
Romulus
but
was
I'm
more of a
talking about a
horror
TV
movie.
a
This
TV
is
series,
this
yeah.
is more like Prometheus. Like it's more brainy.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's about more like esoteric sort of
Yeah.
cosmic questions and
interesting.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I really am intrigued by it.
yeah,
I like it a
I'm really
lot.
digging it.
One
Yeah.
season? What do we got?
Yeah, it's not even,
coming out
It's not
as
even
we're-
finished.
Dude, friendship though. My daughter, I was a big fan of him anyway, and my daughter and I went, and I'm like, this is a horror movie, really.
Yes, it is.
It's not really a comedy.
It's kind of like Single White Female.
Yeah,
It's that same tone.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. Yeah,
watching
it's
it.
a great because it is like Nathan. Nathan's my hero because Nathan is reinventing the documentary form and turning it inside out and making you think about.
Love it.
It's very meta.
And self-examination.
And he was so right about Paramount.
Oh my God, that was the funniest fucking thing in the world.
I know.
But when I don't want to spoil the second season for anybody, but when he became a pilot and flew a jet, that guy's a genius.
Yes.
I was like, if you didn't think he was a genius
And
before,
dedicated.
who can fucking do that?
And took the time and effort to do that.
To fly
Are you
a
fucking
jumbo
kidding me?
jet?
Yes.
It's one thing to fly
for
a
the
single.
gig.
Yeah, I was like, this guy is great. But also the other one he did with the Safdies with Emma Stone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what a
Curse.
show.
How'd that
They're
catch you off
reinventing-
guard? You see that coming?
No, not in a million years. But that's the kind of stuff I'm into. I'm like anything that pushes the envelope
Oh, me
and
too.
takes it into strange territory. I have a high tolerance for that.
So this will jerk us back, but you said something when you referenced William Burroughs earlier, and a moment that sticks in my mind in a similar way was getting the chance to see at the Brooklyn Academy of Music. What was it called? Magic Bullets, Silver Bullets. It was
Bob Seger, tribute band.
No, better. It was text by William Burroughs, music by Tom Waits.
Oh, yeah.
Performed by was it
Was it the Black Rider?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Black Rider.
It's great.
You know about that?
Yeah.
That was a
Amazing.
moment in my life where I sat in the moment, so aware of what I was seeing. It was like, my life will never be the same. There's moments in your life where you see things like that just completely pulls into focus. Like, holy shit, I don't know what this is, but I'm along for the ride.
Well,
Just
people
take-
like that give me faith because the people who work inside, outside, like David Lynch or Tom Waits or
Yes.
Devo or Nathan Fielder, who somehow get to create this stuff despite the fact it's non-conformist,
Yes.
totally
Yeah.
strange.
yeah, how
and
it
they get
slips
away
into
with
this
it.
zeitgeist. I don't know.
I love it so much,
I'm
and it
sorry.
gives me faith.
I didn't mean to laugh or crack.
I got to get out of here too.
But no, you just said Nathan Fielder, and you know, Nine Inch Nails is on tour, and there was a picture of him with Trent Reznor on like behind the stage and shit, and just you know what I mean? Just look at him trying to be normal is
it doesn't work anymore.
it just
It doesn't work. I can't not see it anymore.
It's like that dude's a fucked up pilot.
Well, the best part that Nathan like might love when he was like, "Do you think you might be on this?" He's like, "Not Spectrum."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and then how he uses it as a way to remind himself that he must
is.
be okay because I'm in this cockpit and
Yeah.
you can't make it here unless you're okay. So
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at me.
I'm
I think
okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah,
Like the fuck you are.
Yes.
So beautiful. Yeah. And then you've got him being him. There's another guy, I got to get out of here because I got a meeting, but the underground comic who, Joe Pera. Have you seen him?
Joe Pera.
So look this up. Joe Pera is a very heartwarming version of this. So Joe Pera has a show on Comedy Central. They're like 10 minutes long. He's a young guy who plays like a 60-year-old man. And he talks about rock collecting and his string beans. And it's all really heartwarming and hilarious. And it's not subversive.
And it's done in a
so
genuine way.
Sweet that it's subversive.
Nice.
And is one of the funniest goddamn things I've ever
Joe
seen in my
Pera.
life. Look
What's
that
it called
up.
again?
Joe Pera. I'm
have
trying to
to
think of the
link to
name
it.
of the show, but it's on Comedy Central. Joe Pera speaks or Joe Pera does something. But it's lovely.
Comedy Central's killing it.
Oh God!
Yeah.
When that was that thing that advertisement for the allergy pills that
yeah.
runs 15 minutes and turns into a goddamn nightmare. All the way back to allergies.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, you haven't seen that? I'll show that to you tomorrow. So
Okay.
it starts off, it's like, it may cause some side effects.
Yeah.
The woman's driving, and then she sees herself at the road, and then the woman pulls her out of the car and puts a knife to her throat.
Really? It gets dark
And
quick.
it doesn't
Oh.
stop.
No, it keeps going.
But the
So
little
it's like
things
too many cooks, basically.
but better.
yeah,
but
but
like
better.
darker, scarier,
Yes.
weirder.
Nice.
And all the little like warnings are still going on the bottom. Like,
Anal leakage.
yeah.
Ammo leakage.
Oh shit. Oh, my client is here. I have to go.
All right, well, Ben, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was
What do
a
you think,
blast.
buddy?
Would
Yeah.
your client like to be on a podcast?
She probably would. She's got a documentary she's trying to show. Yeah.
Well, thank you, and we'll put links about
Thank
your
you.
bio and everything.
Yeah,
on the show
100%, dude. You've just made my
Awesome,
day.
yeah.
All right.
Made
Thank
my
I didn't have
That
to
was
talk.
fun.
I just listened, so that's awesome.
I wish I would have talked less and listened more.
Oh no, you're good. This is what they're
It's
about.
my life lesson. Shut the fuck up.
Listen, kids.
Yeah. All right. Good night, boys.
Thanks.
Thank you
Thanks,
for having me on.